My dear brothers and sisters, as we gather today under the banner of Shaken but not moved, let us delve into the sacred scriptures to glean wisdom from the lives of those who have walked the path of faith before us. One such example figure is Job, a man renowned for his unwavering trust in God amidst the unimaginable suffering. In the book of Job, we find a narrative that encapsulates the essence of our theme. Job, a righteous and upright man, faced a series of calamities that shook the very foundation of his existence. He lost his wealth, his children, and even his health. Yet through it all, Job remained steadfast in his faith. Firstly, let us acknowledge the stark reality of life's trials. Just as Job faced unforeseen calamities, so too we may encounter challenges that shake us to the very core. Whether it be loss, illness, or adversity in various forms, each trial tests the strength of our faith and resilience. Consider the depths of Job's despair as he uttered these poignant words in Job 1:21. Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Despite the magnitude of his losses, Job refused to be moved from his trust in God's sovereignty. Job's despair ran deep, plunging him into the abyss of anguish as he grappled with the loss of everything he held dear. Stripped of his wealth, his family, and even his health, he found himself standing on the precipice of despair, surrounded by the wreckage of his once thriving life. The weight of his suffering pressed down upon him like a crushing burden, threatening to suffocate his spirit and exhaust the flicker of hope within him. Yet even in the darkest moment of his despair, Job clung tenaciously to his faith, refusing to surrender to the overwhelming tide of despair. His cries pierced the heavens as he wrestled with the profound question of suffering and divine justice. His soul laid bare before the Almighty, and through it all, amidst the ashes of his shattered experience, Job's unwavering trust in God remained unshaken, a beacon of light piercing the darkness of despair and pointing the way to hope. Throughout his ordeal, Job wrestled with questions of suffering and divine justice. Yet his faith never wavered. Even in the midst of his darkest moments, he declared, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." Job's unwavering commitment to God in the face of unimaginable adversity serves as a timeless example of resilience and trust. Indeed, like Job, each of us may find ourselves shaken by the storms of life. We may encounter trials that threatens to overwhelm us, leaving us questioning the very foundation of our faith. Yet in these moments, let us draw strength from Job's example and from the promises of God's unfailing love. Yet even in the midst of turmoil, we find solace in the unwavering faithfulness of our God. In the book of Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2, we are assured, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you." Here God promises to walk alongside us through every trial, guiding us with a steady hand and shielding us from harm. For just as God remained faithful to Job, so too will he remain faithful to each one of us. As the Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Even in the midst of our trials, God is at work, weaving a tapestry of redemption and restoration. In the midst of life's trials, the assurance of God's presence with us stands as an unshakable rock upon which we can anchor our souls. Like a steadfast companion, God walks alongside us through the valleys of despair and the storms of adversity, never abandoning us to face our struggles alone. His presence is not passive but active, a comforting presence that sustains us in our moments of weakness and empowers us to press on with courage and resilience. In the stillness of prayer and the whispers of His Word, we find solace and strength, knowing that He who promises to never leave us nor forsake us is ever near, guiding us with His unerring wisdom and unfailing love. Let us take solace in the unwavering presence of our God. Like Job, we are assured of God's companionship through every trial. As Isaiah 43:2 proclaims, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the fires, they shall not overwhelm you." In moments of despair, we can find comfort in knowing that we are never alone, for God walks beside us, guiding us with His steady hands. Therefore, let us cling to the promise of God's presence, knowing that we are never alone in our struggle. Let us anchor ourselves in the unchanging truth of His words, trusting that He who began a good work in us will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. May the example of Job inspire us to persevere in faith, even when the wind of adversity threatens to overwhelm us, and may we emerge from every trial, perhaps shaken, but firmly rooted in the unshakable love of our God. Lastly, let us embrace our call to emerge as victors in the face of adversity. Though the battles we face may be fierce, we are not called to merely endure, we are called to conquer. In Romans 8:37, we are reminded that in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Our faith equips us to stand firm, to persevere, and to overcome every obstacle that seeks to shake our resolve. Therefore, let us anchor ourselves in the truth of God's promises, knowing that we are equipped to face whatever trials may come our way. Let us stand firm in the assurance of God's presence, trusting that He will guide us through the storms of life, and let us emerge from every challenge, perhaps shaken, but strengthened in our faith and victorious in our God. May the example of Job inspire us to persevere in faith, even when the wind of adversity threatens to overwhelm us. And may we, like Job, declare with unwavering confidence, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." Amen.
You don't have to worry, get in a hurry, wonder just how you'll be fed. All you gotta do is walk on by faith. My God will do just what He said. Just give Him first place in all that you do. He's already promised to take care of you, children. Oh, yes, He does. Why do you worry, always in a scurry? Why do you even bother to fret? Why do you spend time in your sorrows, worrying about your tomorrows, when all of your needs will be met? Just give Him first place in all that you do. He's already promised to take care of you, children. Don't you know? God loves sparrows. He loves the little flowers. Surely He loves you so. Oh, don't you know? Don't you know? Surely He loves you so. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so don't worry. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all you who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Don't you worry. You don't find them worrying, but oh, how they grow. So stop to consider the tiny sparrow. They're always fed, but you never see them. So children, don't you know? Don't you know? God loves sparrows. He clothes the lilies of the field. Yes, He does. Oh, don't you know? Don't you know? Surely He loves you so.
Thank you for joining us today for a Word to the Nation broadcast, B214. This is your brother and friend Karell Wilson saying, have a happy Sabbath, a fantastic day, and may the God of heaven bless you real good. Peace and love to you all.